3 steps to change your life. Number 1, decide. Make a decision. Tell yourself, I'm not going to be this way anymore. I love the vision of my future self, of the greatest version of myself, who I'm meant to be, more than the old story of the past. So making a decision with such intensity that you're never going to forget this moment, because it is a declaration to the universe, a declaration to yourself, to the cells in your body, your nervous system, that we're done and we're moving on. Number 2, intend. What is your intention, right? How do we want to be? So in the morning, ask yourself, how do I want to be today? How do I want to show up? Put yourself in all the situations you're going to be in. Put yourself in your job, the people that are going to push the same emotional buttons, the interactions, right? The familiar feelings that you're going to encounter, the familiar nudgings for certain habits or addictions to come up, and how are you going to respond to those? Ask yourself, what would the greatest version of yourself do? Mentally rehearse this process. And lastly, review. At the end of the day, say, how did I do? And just be really honest with yourself. Be really vulnerable with yourself, which is a skill in and of itself. And sit with yourself before bed in a quiet place and just go through and say, where did I lose it? You know, where did I go from? Like, we all know that feeling whenever you're riding high and you have clarity, right? You have clarity with your thoughts, with your actions. You're very intentional, and you know that you're doing the right thing, right? A lot of times we know what we need to do. It's just the doing it that's the problem. That's the hard part. It's simple, but it's not easy. So get really clear on that and review. Just say, here's where I fell from grace, and here's where I'm going to make a different choice next time. So decide to change. Make a firm decision that you're serious. You know, telling yourself that you're serious by making big changes. And it's not all about massive action. Like, you can take steps and you can do a slow build, and it doesn't have to be just cold turkey. But if you're really in a place, in my experience, when I'm in a place that's just not where I want to be, even if it's not anything too dramatic, but if I'm just, you know, it's like, I can't play the small game, because the small game is I'll make little changes and it's really easy to go back. But if you bust through, right, if you, you aim for the moon, at least you'll land among the stars, right? So even if you don't, boom, like you come back here, you're in a better place than if you just play it small and make little tiny changes. So firm decision, intention, get really clear on what you want to do and why you want to do it, on who you want to be in 10 years, on who you want to be in 5 years, you know, what kind of life do you want to live? Because the future that you create, that 10-year version of you is right now. It's created right now. And that's the truth of it. That's the truth of timelines. That's the reality of our existence. It's what we do today that creates our tomorrow. And lastly, review. Get really good at just being honest with yourself, vulnerable with yourself, and breaking it down. And those are 3 steps to change your life. Bless you, and I'll see you next time. Peace.